I'm Steph Hodge with Board Game Geek here with Ryan Zallar with Japanime Games, and we are looking at Love Battle High School.
Yes.
And now, this game recently came out.
Yes. From what I was told, it was just before this convention, so or just
Cool.
at this convention.
So I remember last year I actually got to demo it in prototype form, so that's pretty cool that we get to see it in final production right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get the prototype, so I was happy when it came out here, especially since I'm a huge anime fan.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Who doesn't love the high school drama and all that?
I mean, we all love high school, right?
Yes.
So give me a little bit of overview of what's happening here.
So just with any of the typical high school animes and even fantasy animes, where we're going to have the one hero protagonist, and of course, we all get the harem anime there, and we get all the different tropes here wanting to date him. The idea is we're fans of the show, and we're manipulating the scenarios and the events through the episodes so that we can get our favorite girl to get the most love and be his one true love by the end.
Nice.
But if we want a little bit more fun, we can each choose two girls and then create a love triangle by the end of the show.
That sounds like drama.
Yeah, lots of drama, lots of hijinks, things like nosebleeds, bumps on the heads.
Oh no.
And then of course we've got things like the Yandiers coming in for like little cameos. Of course we can't have an anime without an exchange student or the rich girl that is just going to sit there and try to steal the boy away. So pretty much everything you can think of that's the trope that we love and hate about anime is going to be tossed in here.
Oh, very cool. So do you want to like walk us through a turn?
Yeah, so
Awesome.
basically you're not controlling one character. As I said, we're fans and we're going to control everyone. So the first turn that we would do is we have what's called meddling. Now the meddling doesn't appear at the first period because we just got to school, but any period after that, including lunch. And the meddling happens just once per turn, and we might have, say, the rich girl come in. And what she does now is each player can draw two cards, and the cards are the girls that we've got, and each one specializes in something else. We've got the little tiny girl. She's always going to be flirting because she has to make up for her lack of assets that the other girls have. And of course, who doesn't love the redhead? She's always going to be overly flirtatious. We've got the childhood friend. No matter where she is in school, she's jealous. She knows that the boy's in it flirting with someone. And then we've got the class president. As we know, they're very strict, but they like the punishment. And my personal favorite, I'm probably a little biased here, but I do love Aika here, and she's the classic mystical girl, all that. Sometimes she's the science geek or the comic geek, but this is the one that's going to be the wild card in pretty much anything. She doesn't spend energy to do all the spells on here.
Okay.
So basically you can move the boy, the hero, however you want to call him, and you can move him to any room. He moves 2 spaces. In the hallway, he can't really do anything in there. But if he goes into a room with a girl, then on the girl's phase, she can now start playing her cards, but none of the other girls can.
Okay.
And as you play cards, so you might want to flirt with him, and then she'll get 3 love. And it can affect the other girls. So as you go through that period, each player is trying to secretly get their girl winning.
So I know who I'm trying to go for?
You know. So everyone starts with a token, like 5 tokens, and you would stick it secretly into the little pink pouch. At the end of the game, if your choice has the most love on that, then you get 5 extra key. So that's how you win the game, is the most key on that. And if you have the love triangle, you get 5 key for the top 2 girls if you voted correctly.
Oh.
So a little bit of strategy on it once you start learning the rules, that you can secretly try to make it look like you're getting one girl more love when your girl's getting just a little bit, so that everyone focuses on decreasing that girl's love.
That's true.
On that.
Cool.
And we have tropes here, so let's say that they were in the gym.
Yeah.
The boy wants to show off, you'd roll a 6-sided die. He might have a face plant, and then every girl in the gym loses a bit of love because they lose respect for him. But you might roll a 6, +1 to every girl in the gym. I won't go into the janitor's closet, not quite safe there. Let's just say that that's probably one of the more risque rooms in there.
Possibly.
Yes. But basically you would just go through each period, and then each period you would get a new meddling card. So we might have the exchange student come in for lunch and just throws a wrench in everything.
Of course, because obviously he'd be attracted to her. With
Obviously.
accents and everything.
Oh
you
yeah,
never
and she's
know.
always blonde.
Oh.
It's always French.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Excellent. And so you were tracking the love up here, it looks like.
Yeah, you're tracking the love.
You're just trying. How might the game end?
So what'll happen is once we get through the 6th period,
Oh, okay.
then they go on the date. So
Nice.
as you can see, I kind of just put some, like I said, a little bit biased. Aika has the most love. So she would be the one true love. And then what we would look at is who has the most key. Now, what's nice about getting key is if you roll a 6 or more on a test, you can gain a card. And then you can turn this in for extra key so you have more points at the end of the game. So if I chose Aika and I won, then I'd get 5 extra key, have more points at the end. But if I had chosen, say, Katsumi, I wouldn't get that. So it's basically just going through, having dates, and then hoping that your girl is the one true love at the end.
Awesome. So that sounds great. And now we talked about it a little bit, but this is now available.
It is now available.
So, and what's that price point?
Sitting at $40 for the convention.
Nice.
We do also have some plastic acrylic figures if you really want to get the nice looking ones.
Cool.
Those are $20. Get both of them, and it's much nicer with the acrylics. Normally I'm not a fan of the acrylics. I'm like, okay, those are pretty, don't really need them. In this one, they sold me on it, and so I've already picked mine up earlier in the weekend.
And can you get them if you're not here?
You can. JapAnimeGames.com. I do apologize, I've been saying that all weekend. But just go there, you should be able to order it online, or pretty much any vendor can order it in and get it into their store.
Oh, that's great.
So,
Thank you so much for showing us, Ryan.
thank you. Thank you for having me.